Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Hello, how are you? I hope you're all doing really well. My name's Lauren. This is my lovely positive YouTube channel, and if you are new, please make sure you subscribe, like and comment because it does mean so much to me. Let's get into the video. This video is a little bit different just because, to be honest with you, I've woken up this morning and I've had a few comments on my tic and Tourette video, and I just want to address some things. It's very hot in here. I woke up to a message saying something like, I sort of think you're lying. Yeah, I wish I was. I wish I didn't have tics and Tourette's. And I've just woke up with people like, if you had it, you wouldn't be able to control it. Like, you obviously don't know enough about it, and you obviously just don't understand. Like, these things just need to be addressed, and I feel like I have to do this video. I don't have to do it, but I feel like I have to do it to people just so you can understand a little bit more about it. So if you haven't watched my other tic and Tourette video, I will link that below. Watch that one before you watch this one. That's what I recommend. But I basically just want to address something. Like, people just think I'm telling a lie and I'm not being honest. Ask my boyfriend, ask my mum, ask my dad, ask my nan and my granddad, my sisters, my friends. Just ask anyone, and they will tell you, yes, she does have tics and Tourette's, but she does know how to control it. My mum is a big part of it just because she's grown up, well, she's my mum. I've grown up with my mum, and my mum understands what I've got wrong with me, and she knows how upsetting and frustrating it is. And over the years, I've had it for so long, I've just learnt to live with it and deal with it, and people don't understand. Like, if you had it, you wouldn't be able to control it. Yes, you can. If you search it, there is areas where you can learn, you can have therapy, you can have medication, and there is ways of controlling my tics and Tourette's. And people just don't understand, and I felt like I need to get all of my family in this video just to say, she does have it. I have it on paper. I have a diagnosis. Diagnosed, I think, when I was about 9 or 10. With tics and Tourette's. But yeah, I know you're all expecting me to be saying all this and ticking as I'm going along, but that's not the case. Like, I've learnt to control it because I am extremely embarrassed in it, and not a lot of people have it, you know. I don't, well, a few of my cousins have it. They have tics and Tourette's and autism and ADHD, so the family's quite aware of the problem and understanding it, or it sort of runs in the family. But everyone's different with how they deal with it and how they just basically have it. But the thing is if you don't have it and you don't understand about it and you've never heard it before, you're not going to understand. That's the only way I can put it. But I had a lady saying, you know, maybe you should show what you do on your videos as a tic. And that's hard for me to do just because I don't want people to judge. I don't want people to, yeah, just be like, what the hell is she doing, sort of thing. It frustrates me because I've got it and I've grown up with it. I know exactly what it is, and I know when someone does it. Like, I've said to this person before, like, your son has tics. Like, I know he does, with what he's doing with his eyes, and he's jolking his arm and his neck like that, and he's making the throat noises. He's got it. And I think a couple of years later, he actually got a diagnosis of tics and Tourette's. So, not a doctor, but I can see it. I know someone's got it. But no, I just wanted to address that. I do have tics and Tourette's. Why the hell would I lie about it? Like, even my son will go, Mummy, are you alright? Mummy, what are you doing? And I'm just like, oh, Mummy just can't help it, darling. Mummy does this. I just can't help it. And do you know what I mean? And sometimes my partner will be like, you alright? You finished now? You okay? Or sometimes he'll be like, chill. You're fine. Calm down. Because if I'm stressed, they happen more. If I'm tired, they happen more. If I'm anxious, if I have anxiety, I can control tics. Just because I'm not sitting in front of this camera and doing them, it doesn't mean I don't freaking have them. Do you know what I mean? I've been on medication for them, but it makes you gain weight. It makes you feel sick. It doesn't agree with you. It makes you extremely tired. So I was on all this medication while going to school and stuff like that, and I couldn't concentrate. I was so tired or so hungry and just agitated. A lot of the medication out there just didn't work for me and didn't agree with me. So I had a lot of therapy. I saw this amazing doctor, and he was called Dr. T, and he was incredible. I think he was from Thailand or someone like that. And he made me understand my tics and Tourette's and why I did it and stuff like that. And I learned so much from him. And when I got older, I wasn't allowed to sort of see him because he was sort of for the like kids at school and that sort of age. And I was just like, oh, damn, like I really understood that doctor. You know, when you know a doctor, you know, you just think everything that comes out of his mouth, I understand it. He gets me, he knows, and he helped me so much. But you know, you get to a certain age and you can't see him again, which is rubbish, but it's annoying. But yeah, he helped me a lot. I've had a hell of a lot of therapy over it. People just want to know what I do. So I will do this because this is my channel and this is my YouTube. And I feel like I have to address it, but I shouldn't have to, but I'm going to. So with my tics, over the years, I've developed different tics, and there's been loads of different ones and loads of bizarre ones that people will think they're so bizarre and what the hell is that? Over the time, you tick for a while. Like I notice I will have a tick to 2 to 3 months, a certain tick, and then that will fade away and another different tick will come in, and that could be an old one that I've had before or a new one. So yeah, also when I've been around someone that ticks, you tend to pick that tick up and it's really annoying. So the tick they did, that you now do, and it's the same with them. So people say, oh, meet people with tics and Tourette's. Sometimes it's not always the best thing because you end up catching what they've got. You end up doing what they're doing. You don't mean to, but you just do. It just happens. So the tics that I do a lot of throat clearing. So I do a lot of sniffing, or I do a lot of clearing my throat. I do a lot of that. I do a lot of touching stuff. So I have to touch stuff. This does come under OCD as well, but I have to touch a lot of things. I do a lot of the chin touching on my chest, so I do a lot of that. I do a lot of like neck movements, so I will like crunch my neck, or I will lean my neck over to the side like this. That's what I do a lot of. I do a lot of like stretching my arm out, jolting my arm, like I don't know why, but as soon as I do it, it's like a relief, so I do a lot of that. I used to do a hell of a lot of squinting, so I used to constantly roll my eyes and squint all the time. That gave me so bad migraines, like oh my god, from doing that. So when you do these tics, you hurt yourself. I always give myself a sore throat, so when I clear, always, I stretch my arm. I tend to pull something and end up hurting myself. The neck, again, I end up waking up with extremely stiff neck. If I've ticked really bad with my neck that day, I will wake up with such a stiff, sore neck. Like a long time ago, they used to be really bad. They used to affect my walking. So also, again, this comes under OCD and tics. So when I walked, I wouldn't stand on the cracks of the pavement. I couldn't do it. I physically couldn't stand on the cracks, so I'd have to stand in the squares and avoid all the cracks. So that's what I'd have to do. So that comes under OCD and the tics and Tourette's. So it's like a pattern sort of thing. It's like a relief. Like I couldn't do it. Like don't do it, because if I did stand on that crack, I then have to tick like crazy and then start again. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. When you tick, they're in a pattern. So it's like a relief. And if someone talks or someone sneezes or someone disturbs you or there's a noise, I then have to start the tick all again. So use an example with the dog. I could be doing a tick. I could be doing this tick 30 seconds to a minute, even longer. And Lola barks or growls or hears something. And I'm just like, now I've got to start all again. Same with Ollie. If he walks in and he talks, and then I have to start again. If I hear something outside and I'm ticking, then have to start again. It's annoying. But again, like I say, and I will address you, if you don't understand enough about it, then this to you is just going to be like, what you on about? Like, doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to think of other tics. My sister knows so many. Growing up with my sister, she understood so much, Chloe did. And we would just have to laugh about it and brush it off our chest. And now I look back at all the things that I used to do, we just laugh at it. You know, you can't take it too seriously. You really can't. So another one is with my toes. I won't show my toes on camera, but another one with my toes, I'd have to constantly scrunch my toes up. So I'd constantly give myself cramp in my toes and it would seriously hurt. So I'd have to constantly do this. And sometimes I'd have to walk with my toes like that. So I'd walk along and it really hurt. That's just something I did as well. I also did with my elbows. I'd have to walk along and touch my thighs walk along. So I'd have to do that in a pattern. I remember I'd have to walk 10 steps, do that 10 times, walk 10 steps, do that 10 times. And that was when I was at school and walking to school and back before I went to my special needs school, because that was like, you got a service, you got picked up by a taxi and dropped off. But the other school that I went to, when I had to walk to, that's the one I constantly had to do. My mum and my sister used to walk with me, and you know, you'd get people looking at you and they just don't understand, it's annoying. But yeah, that one was a big one because it was constant, like 10 steps walk, 10 steps do this, and then walk, and then do this. I'm trying to think of any others because I'm being put on the spot. Okay. Here, just where my cupid's bow is, I used to get my little fingers and I used to dig. That used to be a tick, so I used to dig into, with my nail, into my top lip, and I would actually give myself a scar and it would actually bleed. Then it would heal over, and then I would pick, and then I'd start to do it again. So that one was quite bad. Also this, I'd always go, have I got something up my nose? Is my nose clear? But that is just generally a tick. So I would have a little pattern of doing this just across my nose. And I do a lot of like, with my top lip, a lot of that. So a lot of you as well, if you sin and you go, God, I can't, I go, God, I can't speak, like my throat every time I talk, that's a tick. A lot of you won't spot that. You just think, oh, she's got a tickly throat, or, you know, she's got phlegm in her throat and she needs to clear it. When I do that on a video, it's a tick. If you see me do that or do that on a video, it's a tick. Or if I jolt my neck, sometimes, most of the time, let's be honest, I do cut them out just because I just think I don't want people to see them. I don't want people to judge. And yeah, but yeah. So I've just had to stop the camera because I had to tick. And I've just turned my fan on because I'm sweating as well. But also another one would be where I'd have to touch my shoulder with my head like this. So I would do a pattern. So I would do this side together, this side together. So I'd do something like that. And I'd say, look, I think I mentioned that in my last video as well. That was a nightmare. So I'd say, look, before a sentence, in the middle of a sentence, and after a sentence. And yeah, that's what I'd do. But I didn't want you to actually look. So because I'm talking about it, it makes it hard for me to not do it. It always disturbs it. But yeah, no. Basically, I would say, Mum, look. And then I would talk to her and she'd look. But I said, no, I didn't want you to actually look. I just said the word look. So it was especially hard. I remember when I was at a zoo, I was really young. I was at the zoo with the family and I'd be like, look. And people would look and I'd be like, I don't want them to actually look. I'm just saying the word. That's the frustrating thing. When you say look, someone's going to look. But I didn't want people to look. So that was a really hard one. I'd say that to anyone, like, look. Or under my breath, I'd go, look. And then I would start talking. And then after the finishing the sentence, I'd be like, look. But I didn't want people to look. And I was always doing it because people were always looking, and that in a tick is wrong. I don't want people to actually look, so I was constantly doing that one over and over and over. And that was a word that I must have done that tick about 2 to 3 years. It took a long time for that tick to go, a long time. I'm trying to think of any others that I used to do. So many, guys, and talking about it is really hard to not do it. And you all think, oh, now she's filming, now she's actually ticking. But people don't understand when you actually talk about it and explaining it. It stresses you out and it makes you tick even more. So let's hope that I don't tell you all these ticks and one of them ends up coming back into my routine, because that's what we don't want. I'm trying to think if there's any other ticks that I used to do. I still do now. I do a lot of throat clearing, so I will do a lot of a lot of that. And I will constantly have a sore throat. I do a lot of the lip rolling on top of the nose. And again, like I said, I do this in a pattern constantly. What's the other one that I do? I do a lot of this neck movement as well at the moment. I'm trying to think, I do a lot of that finger one, like I said. I do a lot of that one. So I'll do a lot of that when I'm in the bath as well. It's counting, it's doing it in a pattern. Again, if I'm doing it and there's noise, I have to start again, and then that's really frustrating, and then I have to do it all again. It's annoying. But they're the main ones. So you've got an idea of how I used to tick. what I used to do and what I still do, but I just want to address, like, I'm not a liar. I'm far from a liar. I can't lie to save my freaking life. And how people could say that I'm lying. I'm not lying. Like, that's not me. That's not who I'm not coming on here to say, I have tics and Tourette's. This is my life. This is what I'm doing because it's my dream and I enjoy it. And I share basically everything with you all. And I feel like addressing that last video I did would hopefully help someone, or they would understand a little bit more, or they think, hang on, my kid's doing that. Maybe I need to get him checked or something like that. I just wanted that video to help people, but also to explain a little bit more about me and about my life. But I just want you to know there is no way I can swear on my son's life, everyone that I love, my sisters, my mum and my dad. I don't feel like I should have to do this, but I will do it. I swear on their life, this is not a lie at all. I just want to get my mum explain to them that this is not a lie. Chloe, my dad, my friends, my sisters, Tom, everyone, it's not a lie. Do you know what I mean? And it's annoying that people will be like, I don't think you're telling the truth and I think it's fake. Yeah, I wish it was, but it's not. It's something that I grown up and have to deal with. My dad also has tics and Tourette's, so that is where I get it from. I get it from my dad. So growing up years and years ago, when my dad was growing up as a kid, no one knew what it was. So his mum and his dad were always like, shut up, why are you making that noise? Stop doing that, or stuff like that. That they didn't understand. No one knew what it was then. It wasn't a diagnosis, so no one knew. And that was really hard for my dad. And then obviously getting older and stuff like that, he's still ticking. He's had no therapy, no medication, nothing like that. And then I get diagnosed with the voluntary movements, and then we know that, hang on, Lauren's dad's got them. I got them from my dad. My dad still tics from this day now, and I think he's a nearly 50-year-old man. Sorry if I'm wrong. I think, yeah. And I always thought, oh, I'm gonna get to a certain age and it's gonna stop, and I'm gonna grow out of it. No, I'm 24 and I'm still ticking like crazy. But this has affected my life in so many ways, in the ways that I found it hard to socialise and to make friends and go out, just because people or kids or anyone would be like, what is she doing? She's really weird, that one. Like, what is she doing? So I found it really hard. So I was always inside with my parents that understood that what I had and what I was doing. And it was really hard. And so I always looked at my sister, like going out with her friends and socialise, and just thinking, I can't do it because I'm ticking too much. Like, I couldn't do it. And it was frustrating. What else do I feel like I have to address in this video? I'm trying to think. It's such a hard thing, like, to get, for me to have to explain to people that I'm not lying. Why would I lie about something like this? Seriously. Basically something you can't stop, but over the years I have learnt to control it. Very hard, but I have, and there is people out there that can control it, and that is exactly what I've done. I have learnt to control it. A lot of people can, a lot of people can't. I've had it for so long. I've had it since I was 9. I'm now 24. So I've had so much therapy you wouldn't even understand. And I've learned so much from that. And I thank everyone that has helped me through that, because I am who I am today and I've learned to control it. And I want people to know that I am not lying about tics and Tourette's. Why would I lie about something so stupid? It's not stupid, but why would I lie about that? So frustrating. I'm not lying about it, I promise. Why would I lie about it? I've explained my little back bit, what I used to do and what I still do now, and it's a hard thing to live with. But like I said, in certain situations, and like when I'm sitting down filming with you all, I will hold it in and control it. But as soon as I finish that, then I'll explode. And it takes a long time to edit, because then I'll be ticking, especially with this sort of video, I'll be watching myself and I'll be going like crazy. And the amount of times I have to roll it back and stop and just tick, and it's annoying. People just don't understand, and I just wish people would understand. I really do. The people that think I'm lying, if people are like, well, if you had tics and Tourette's, you wouldn't be able to control it. You can control it. A lot of people can't, and I feel for them. Years ago, I couldn't control it at all. And growing up, I have learned to control it around certain people and certain things. And like I'm filming with you all, you wouldn't want me to do a makeup tutorial and start ticking like crazy. You'd all think, what the hell is she doing? Like, just get on with applying that foundation, girl. Just stop doing that with your neck, or stop doing that with your nose or your fingers, you know what I mean? But anyway, like I said, I hope this is the last video I've got to film on this, and I hope this has made you understand a little bit more. You don't have to believe me. The people that think I haven't got it, the people that think that I don't have it and I'm lying, you don't have to believe me. Just please don't watch me, because you obviously are not supportive and you obviously don't understand. So just leave this video and just don't watch me. Simple as that. Simple as that. But yes, I hope that has made you realise and understand and know what it is, and you know what I have to deal with and what I've grown up with and stuff like that. Yeah. But I just feel like I still feel annoyed with the people that say I'm lying. Really makes me frustrated and upset. Really, really does. It's not nice. I can swear, like I have done on everyone's life, there is no way that I am lying about this. This is all true. I suffer with this on a daily basis and it's hard. But I've learned to deal with it and live with it. Like a lot of people have problems growing up and they've learned to deal with it. There's a certain way, and that is what I've done. So, let's finish the video. I just hope that helps, and I hope you can understand a little bit more about me. I am not lying. I have tics and Tourette's, okay? But yes, that is going to be the end of the video, because I'm just going to be editing for hours and ticking like shit. But yes, thank you so much for watching. If you are new, please make sure you subscribe, like and comment, and I hope this video helps you all. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in a new video.